Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Grand Theft Auto 5 video, I am back once again talking to you guys about 10 secret and hidden features and details that you may not have known about in Grand Theft Auto 5's Further Adventures in Finance and Felony DLC. That's right, you guys showed a ton of love and support on the video I did the other day, and you really inspired me to go out and find some more hidden and cool details that I figured you guys would be interested in. And if I just show you one new thing that you didn't know about, I'm going to consider this video a success. We've got some awesome stuff to talk about today, so let's not waste any more time and let's get it started. Okay, so the first thing is you can use the warehouses in-game to instantly get rid of cops. So you don't even have to be a CEO. I'm pretty sure you don't even have to be in a public lobby. You can just go inside of the warehouse and it will instantly eliminate cops. So this is great for obviously a few reasons. One, if you don't have the ability to bribe the authorities within your CEO organization. Two, if for whatever reason you call Lester and his, cops turn blind eye thing is off or removing wanted level is unavailable, this is something you can use. So whatever you're doing, if you have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-star wanted level, all you have to do is find one of your warehouses that are scattered around Los Santos. And if you go inside, your wanted level will instantly disappear. It's not going to be like the limbo period where the cars are searching for you. You're not going to have like a blinking star instead of a solid one. It literally vanishes and you can walk outside instantly. You don't have to wait inside either. So this is a great tool that you can use to escape the cops in Grand Theft Auto Online and completely get rid of them instantly. Instantly lose your wanted stars in Grand Theft Auto Online by using the warehouses, and it's a really awesome secret feature that I haven't seen a lot of people use, so you definitely need to take advantage of this. It's a great way to escape the cops when you're in a pinch. Number 2, there has been some epic new glasses that have been added into Grand Theft Auto Online that you might not have known about, or you may have seen that they have been added but might not have known what they did. So many of the glasses that you wear in-game will have tints on them, which is cool in third person because it kind of shields your eyes a little bit. But in first person, it might put a tint over your screen or a haze that you might not necessarily want. You can see some of them are brown and blue, and it'll have various different effects on your character. However, there are 3 new types of glasses under some of the high-end and other categories that are black, shell, and then white. And each one of those will have clear frames. So that means that if you wear them in first person, you'll get the effect of having glasses on your character, so you'll get the aesthetics and the cosmetic looks, but you will not get the, coloring or the tint on your screen like a normal sunglasses would. So if that's something that's bothered you, Rockstar's made some solutions to that. And honestly, the glasses look pretty cool too. Some of them a little geekier, some of them a little sportier and high-end. So definitely check them out. They're available at any clothing store, and it's really useful for if you want the look of the glasses, but you don't necessarily want the tint of the glasses. At the number 3 spot, there's new stripper clothing. That's right, I'm not even joking. Rockstar seriously took time out of their days crafting this update to introduce new stripper clothing into the game. So I'm not entirely sure what's new. I believe some of the strippers have gotten new pieces of clothing and new hair. I'll try to find some images of what those files look like in the game for you, so you can check that out if you really want to, and you can go in the strip club and find the new strippers. Honestly, last night on my live stream was the first time I went to the strip club in Grand Theft Auto Online in probably like 4 or 5 months. That tells you how often I really go there. So it wasn't that big of a deal for me when I went in there and there was different stripper clothing. But if you are a connoisseur of the strippers, you might find that this is a feature right up your alley. And you may want to go pay a visit to the Vanilla Unicorn because they've got a fresh new look going on over there. Okay, at the number 4 spot, you may obviously know that there's a new tugboat in the game. And while I recommend that you don't purchase the tugboat, I think it's relatively expensive, even though we had some fun times on our stream last night. If you go onto the DocT site and you go try to buy the tugboat, you'll actually notice that it has no description. It only says placeholder tug description with 2 stars on each side. So what does this mean? I guess it means that Rockstar just forgot to add the description. For those of you that were curious, no, this is not the description of the tugboat. I think Rockstar will have to add this in a future update. I'm not sure this is something they can do via like tunables or anything like that. So again, this is just a slight bug. This really isn't a feature, but I wanted to include it in this video just to clear up any kind of confusion you guys may have seen regarding this image and this vehicle with the tugboat. Okay, at the number 5 spot, I'm going to show you guys how you can make your default drive-by weapon not the micro SMG, but instead the AP pistol, which I know some of you guys might actually prefer. So if you get in a vehicle and you automatically start firing on the trigger, your default weapon is going to be the micro SMG, which in many cases is great for a lot of people. I think the micro SMG is perfectly fine. It's a great weapon for doing drive-bys. However, if you want to change it to another weapon like the AP pistol, there's actually a trick you can do, and you can do this inside of your high-end office. So what you're going to need to do is go over to your gun safe. You're going to need to open it, and then you're going to want to change the weapon classes. So once you've done that, you need to go to machine guns, and then you need to hide the micro SMG. And if you do that successfully, you should see that now inside your weapon wheel, the micro SMG is no longer there and is missing. Now, of course, it's not gone forever. It's just in your theoretical weapon gun safe. But now if you get back in a vehicle and you immediately start shooting, your first weapon of choice is going to be the AP pistol. You don't have to make any changes. You don't have to spam X or spam the next weapon button. It is automatically going to be the AP pistol. So I thought that was a really neat feature, and I haven't even played around with other weapons. So I don't know if you could like remove the micro SMG and the AP pistol, and then you would get automatically selected with like the Tech 9. I'm not exactly sure how that works, but I know this is a way that you can kind of manipulate the system and get what gun you want when you immediately get inside of a car. Now, I can hear you guys right now saying, isn't that kind of inconvenient? What if later down the road, I want my micro SMG in my inventory? Are you telling me I'm gonna have to go all the way back to my office? No, all you're gonna have to do is open up your interaction menu, and there's an option to either disable the custom weapon wheel or enable it. So if you want your micro SMG back, all you have to do is disable the wheel, and your micro SMG will be back in your inventory, and you can use it as you want. And then if you want to get back in your car, you can then just enable it again, and you'll be set with your AP pistol. So it's a really great system, and I'm really thrilled that Rockstar added it into the game. And I wonder how many more little tips and tricks we'll be able to find about this that can lead to some pretty awesome combinations in scenarios like this. All right, at the number 6 spot, let's talk about some of the changes in the ammunition because they didn't go over them in great detail. So the first of which is you can now zoom in on any gun you want. It doesn't have to have one of the luxury camos on there to zoom in, which I think is a really nice feature. Not that there's really too much to look at with the guns, but honestly, in case you wanted to just zoom around or look around or you were doing something for cinematics, now you can zoom in on the weapons on the ammunition store, so that's slightly convenient. And now let's talk about the drum magazines. How much more ammo do they give you, and what's the effect it has on the weapon? So if you go from the extended magazine for the majority of the weapons, it's going to take your rounds from 60 to 100. So basically, it's going to increase it by 40 rounds. And this is present in pretty much every weapon that has the drum magazine attachment. Now, while you are getting more rounds, what it is going to do is slow your reload. So I actually think the drum magazine is awesome because typically within firing 100 rounds, you'll find a downtime to find the time to reload, but it's just so cool having this near unlimited spray and pray of rounds. It works great on weapons like the micro SMG and the PDW, and even on some of the assault rifles as well. So that's pretty cool. That's what the drum magazines do. They're pretty epic, and they do some pretty epic damage as well. And the downside to them is not that significant. It's only a slightly slower reload time, but honestly, with that much firepower, you'll probably mow them down in no time and have all the time in the world to reload. All right, at the number 7 spot, you guys may not have known about this feature that the assistant can actually do for you. So if you get your vehicle impounded by the police, it's kind of a pain. You either have the option to pay $250 and then it'll get put in a various spot on the map, but then you still have to get it, and even if you get another vehicle out, it brings it back to the garage. It's a long process, and then you have the waiting period between your mechanic. So what you can actually do instead is call your assistant. And one of the options from your assistant is to recover vehicle from impound. Now, it costs you $1,000, but let's be honest here. We're executives. We've got $1,000 to spare. And if you recover vehicle from the impound and you wait about 10 seconds, the lady will deliver your vehicle from the impound, and she'll deliver it right in front of you. So you don't have to wait. You don't have to go deliver it. And it's there for only a small fee of $1,000 in pristine and perfect condition. In my opinion, this is amazing because it was always so annoying when vehicles got impounded by the police that I would never want to go get them. And honestly, sometimes I would just forget about them and they would get destroyed. So I'm really glad that Rockstar added this system into the game, and it's a great new feature that can be used from the executive assistant. All right, at the number 8 spot, something really cool you can use with your executive offices in terms of helicopters. So let's say you've ordered a buzzard and it's taken some damage, whether that's bullets or cars running into them. You can see this one I've got right here taking some damage right now. People are running into it. It is not in the best of shape. It's smoking, it's barely working, it's really sputtering and struggling to get up onto the building and climb heights. However, if you want a fresh one, a factory new one, all you have to do is go on top of your building's helipad, press right on the D-pad in order to get it into the building. It'll go through the cutscene, it'll go through the animation. And if you're looking for a new one, all you have to do is go back inside, speak to your executive assistant, and request the same vehicle. So for this case, it was the buzzard, and she'll tell me, okay, the buzzard's going to be waiting on the roof. And when I get to the roof, the buzzard is in perfect condition. In fact, it's a brand new one, and it only cost us $3,000. And again, we're executives, we're rolling in the big money, so $3,000 is absolutely nothing to us, especially when it can provide us with a brand new buzzard. And there's nothing worse than a helicopter that's sputtering out of control and is not in tip-top and pristine condition. So you can use this trick with any vehicle that can land on the helipad. I highly recommend you doing this. It can save you in battle, and it can just get you brand new vehicles whenever you need them. All right, at the number 9 spot, have you ever wondered what your executive assistant is actually doing at the desk? I mean, you pay nearly $500,000 to have his or her sit there, and then what do they do outside of helping you? Well, it turns out if you look at what they're doing on the computer, in my case, this lady, looks like she's typing a note to a few people. It says, "Dear Sirs," and that's it. That's all she's done. So this kind of reminds me of how I was in college writing papers. I could never seem to get the meat of what I wanted to write down, and then I would eventually just have to start brainstorming of some stuff to put on the paper. So our assistant is having some writer's block. I'm not entirely sure what's going through her head right now or what she's doing in her free time, but on her computer, it's just simply 2 words on a blank screen. So I thought that was really funny. All right, and finally, last but not least, there's actually something really interesting about one of the special cargo items that you can get in game doing the CEO missions. One of them is a Bigfoot pelt. That's right. So I thought this was rather interesting of Rockstar to throw in here because the Bigfoot is one of like the lores of Grand Theft Auto, especially if you played San Andreas, and they kind of came full circle with that in GTA 5. But it's really funny that one of the special items is the Bigfoot, which of course has its special peyote plant in game. So much has been made about the Bigfoot in Grand Theft Auto. So I thought that this was really cool and was a nice little reference to one of the craziest Easter eggs in the GTA series. Anyways, that's all the information that I'm going to be talking to you guys about today, and 10 more epic hidden and secret features and details that you may not have known about in Grand Theft Auto Online. Let me know what you think about this video in the comments section down below. If you did go on to enjoy, a like rating would of course be awesome. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. With out of the way, guys, like I said, thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.